When you think of a card being too powerful, you probably think of a unit that just came out or released during a celebration. Well, you're wrong. I'm talking about a card that was released in July 2020, over 3 years ago. It is none other than the half-human, half-Saiyan with unrivaled potential, Son Gohan. But not just any Gohan, TUR Tech Ultimate Gohan. How does a card manage to stay relevant for so long after release without an EZA? Also, real quick, before we get into the video, I just want to mention that we're nearing 1,000 subs and it would mean the world to me if you could help me reach that goal, because I've noticed that more than 90% of my viewers are not subscribed to me, and if you ever feel like you don't like my content anymore, you can just unsubscribe. Now, back to the video. Well, it comes down to two things: guaranteed guard and a super attack effect that buffs attack and defense by 50%. Having these two abilities alone can make a card runnable, especially in longer events like a Mega Shenron. It doesn't seem like much, but the combination of these two was literally so strong that we haven't seen a unit like this since Gohan. Of course, there are still stacking characters, but none who are able to infinitely greatly stack attack and defense. A card like that with a modern kit would instantly take over for a long time. Gohan is one of those cards where you give him max additional, because if that small chance of an extra super attack actually happens, it can make him more valuable than if he just dodges an attack. So if we are looking at just that fact alone, if a card with this type of stacking had built-in additional supers and maybe some higher stats, it would literally be in the convo for the best card in Dokkan Battle. And that is exactly why this Gohan may never get an EZA, since even just giving him a stat boost would turn him into a monster again. This Gohan has some solid defensive links, including Brainiacs, All in the Family, the Saint Lineage, Cold Judgment, Revival, Power Bestowed by God, and Fierce Battle. And he also fits on a variety of powerful teams, making him runnable with many of the newest and strongest units in the game. A card this good must have a completely overpowered transformation, right? Well, unfortunately not. He's still good after transforming, but he's nowhere near as useful as before. It's very sad to see this card being forgotten, but even with a kit this good, he's starting to age simply because he doesn't have the stats to compete. But as I've mentioned before, his EZA could literally skyrocket him to the top of the meta again just by giving him higher stats. That's why the devs are almost scared to give this monster an EZA. This Gohan is honestly a 1 in a million card. That strength will almost never be seen again. Even with 3 years of power creep, we have yet to see another card that can stack attack and defense like this one. Personally, I love this card. It is one of my favorite cards to use in the entire game. I love units that stack, and this Gohan is just fun to use in general. I love seeing him perform in the top content to this day, considering he released when there was barely any difficult content or hard-hitting bosses besides Super Battle Road. I really hope to see many more cards who can stay relevant for long periods of time like this Gohan. I think the reason he gets such special treatment is that he came out during a time period where his strength was not needed yet, and when it was needed, he really shined. Leave a like and a comment down below if you want to see more cards like this, or let me know why they shouldn't make any more cards with this crazy strong stacking like Gohan. Anyways guys, that's about it for this video. I just wanted to talk about one of the most legendary cards in the game and inform you guys about why he is so notorious. I hope I've convinced you to stick around and subscribe, and maybe even leave a comment and a like. Thanks for watching.